Well, first and foremost, happy 4th of July to everyone from Frame Podcast. Just before we head out for the day, have some celebration. You know, all week we've been talking about healing and the wounds that we've been living with. And I got to tell you, some of the feedback I've been getting is incredible. I think what it just really boils down to is, you know, when you feel, especially when we're thinking about freedom right now, when you feel like you're truly free, right? You're not dependent or onus on someone giving you validation, right? Waiting for someone to text you back, waiting for someone to give you an award, right? To help validate who you are, right? I think when we're talking about wounds being healed, is really about forgiving ourselves for those things, you know? Sometimes we can't control what happens. You know, people might hurt us directly. We might just have a scenario that happens, an accident, who knows? But it can fundamentally change who we are and how we act moving forward. So the whole week is just thinking about what kind of things can I look at in myself that's caused me trauma, doubt, fear, insecurity, you name it, okay? We're all experiencing it at some level, right? Imposter syndrome, right? And looking at it as, okay, I don't want that anymore. I don't want to feel that way anymore. I don't want to carry myself through life thinking that I'm not good enough, you know, and just, you know, settling for, you know, whatever default comes your way, you know, and a lot of us do that, right? Because it's very scary to admit that we're broken, you know, that we got something less than perfect, you know, especially when you look at the POV, right? Each of us have our version of the hero in ourselves, but rarely do we ever look in the mirror and say, hey, you know what, I might not be actually doing that well. And I think it really takes a strong community, and we're building one here with all of you. You know, I looked at the comments I got, and I got to get back to a few of you. The outpour from friends and family nearby who's, you know, watching the podcast, reading the book that just came out, The Spells We Speak, and the momentum is growing. So my biggest hope is just to bring us together, you know. We got some interviews lined up coming up for Outframe Podcast. People are going to be very vulnerable and open. And that's where we're kind of taking everything. So I really want you to make a commitment to yourself. You know, it's the day of freedom. We're celebrating the 4th of July. And I want you to free yourself from your wounds, you know. Take it from me. I've been through some really crazy things. And one day I'll put it all on display in an interview basically to myself, right? But until then, I want you guys to just love yourself a little bit more. Take care of each other, right? Look out for one another and be safe out there, okay? No missing fingers or hands. Happy 4th of July from Outframe Podcast.